It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
The back and forth has got me so messed up. Don't ignore the signs. We've had enough of the whole damn thing that we got going. You hold the strings without me knowing. Why do I have to suffer through the thinking? Why do I have the feeling that we're sinking? I need to find a way. me turned around, but I can't ignore the feelings that I found in this whole damn thing that we got going. You hold the strings without me knowing. Why do I have to suffer through the thinking? Why do I have the feeling that we're sinking? I need to find a way, find a way, find a way, find a way out. Find a way out. Find a way out. Find a way out. Find a way out.
Bring it back now. I got the moves. Hey.
this over? I'm scared to ask these questions, 'cause I know that you'll reject my love, moving slower, frozen to these pieces without a shoulder to cry on. say rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Diamonds on my body, rich. Smelling like Versace, rich. Jay-Z and Beyonce, rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm rich. Diamonds on my body, rich. Smelling like Versace, rich. Jay-Z and Beyonce, rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. Say rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich.
We ain't perfect, no. It's a work in progress. Good things go slow. And I'm no saint. I fall and you pick me up again. Got your habits, got them too. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with you. Sinking in, and I guess I kinda like that. For the first time, you really got my back. Got your habits, got them too. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with you. Lose them with you, lose them with you. Just feel like maybe I could lose them with. I'm no saint. Hey, yeah. I'm no saint. I'm no saint. I'm no losing with you.
Looks like we've come to the end of the road. There's no point in running away now. I'd rather sleep until the storm is gone. She'd rather be shooting at me now. I know it will end up in anger. I don't think we grew up, we just became older. She's aiming her words, ready to fire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire. of a night's not enough. She'd rather be staying for days now. I'd rather fix it than mess up again. She'd rather be burning it all now. I know it will end up in anger. I don't think we grew up, we just became older. She's aiming her words right into fire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire. I don't think that bullets will bring back desire.
You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption ever came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone, so save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again,
Hey, Sean, can you hear me?
Steven, can you hear me at all?
Ah, now I can. There we go.
Seems like it's... I can't hear you. Hold on one second.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Mic's on.
Check, 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 check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Check, 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 check.
You said you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
I don't know why I can't hear you. Headphones are on. Speaker. Should be... Yeah, I can see your screen. It's got the stop streaming and the stop replay buffer all red, and then the rest is blue. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna call Garrett. I'm using Garrett's setup. I gotta figure out which. Go to settings on Zoom. Where do I? How do I get to the Zoom settings? Hey Garrett.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna read off what I hear. Does speakers HyperX Quadcast S ring a bell?
The Quadcast is it's the mic. If you're looking for if you're wanting, it's Corsair.
I guess John told me that he's got this area for.
Sounds good, bud.
Alright.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yep. Get down.
Alright, see ya.
Alright. The little gearbox. He said the little gearbox. Gearbox.
Hey, Sean, can you hear me?
Okay, I think I got that figured out. Steven, talk.
I'm here.
Hell yeah, there it is, brother.
Okay, so, and you can do me a favor. Say something one more time for me.
Yeah, I got you. What you need?
All right, is that about the level you're going to be at?
Roughly.
Okay.
Here, I'm actually gonna adjust the mic a little bit. So this is about how far away I'm gonna be sitting from a freestanding mic.
Okay. Do you have a mute button on your mic?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. So if you need to step away or something like that, you can always mute yourself. Let me.
Is there any background noise?
I can't hear anything. Hold on for just a second. Let me answer this call.
Okay.
Hello. All right, Sean. So you're pretty much set up. Stand by for me. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
All right, guys, we are about 30 minutes away from the start of SVB versus Tony Chohan. Day 1, it's a race to 24 over 3 days. First day will go to 8. Second day, somebody's going to make it to 16, and then we're going to finish out on the final day. If you look back at last time that they played, it was pretty close all the way through, and just kind of at the very end there, Shane was able to snatch it up. So this is a little bit of a redemption versus continued dominance, not dominance, but continued winning.
You're playing it. You're playing it.
I should be on the damn link this year.
Me too.
Begging me. You want to leave the test?
No, I believe it.
Begging me. Please play me. Please play me. I need you to play me.
So listening to the great Scott Frost and SVB and Tony chatting it up over there. Got a lot of big names in the house. Of course, this is a big 2-week period for Vegas and pool. A lot of stuff going on. So we're just a little ways away from Tony and Shane kicking this thing off. We'll have expert commentary by Josh Roberts. May have a few guests here and there if we can manage to get them. I'll be here to do color commentary, and of course Josh will be play-by-play. And we'll be ready to roll here in just a little while, guys. Stick around. If you haven't got your pay-per-view pass, go ahead and do that. OmegaBilliards.com is where you're going to go to get it. All you got to do is go to the website, purchase your pay-per-view pass. We will stay live for just about, 10, 15 minutes maybe. But after that, we'll be strictly on pay-per-view. So if you haven't got your pay-per-view pass and you want to watch from beginning to end, you need to go ahead and do that. Super easy. OmegaBilliards.com is where you'll go. We are 25 minutes away or so. So enjoy the preview. We'll be back here in a little while.
Steven.
Right. Yeah, there we go, Josh. I had you turned down a little bit. There we go.
Okay, I was about to say I thought it was something to do with my headphones. All right, so you can hear me clearly.
Yeah, I definitely can. How you doing, Josh?
Pretty good, pretty good.
We're
All right.
still warming up here. We got about 15 minutes to go as you see Shane fire that 7-ball bank.
Okay.
Feel like both players are prepared. A lot of money on the line, and this is going to be a very, very long, drawn-out deal. Now, I know, Josh, you were on with us last time, and you saw the events that happened the last time these two guys played. It was a very, very close deal. What are you thinking for this one? Do you think we'll see a game plan change or a lot of the same, or maybe Tony plays a little bit more cautious? What do you think?
Well, I think that it will all come down to how Tony approaches it. If he is trying to outshoot Shane, he's going to get the same result. He's going to have to play smart and utilize those one pocket skills and basically play where he has the advantages at, which is not in shooting all the time.
Got you. That makes sense. And you know Tony just about as good as anybody, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully have a good match here, and it'll look a little bit closer than it did the last time. But I'm gonna jump out and make my coffee and stuff and get ready for a long night.
Yeah, man.
And
I'm ready to
I'll
roll.
jump back home with you.
OmegaTV live for pay-per-view in about 10 minutes. We'll be kicking this thing off. So we'll see you guys in just a few.
like a Hellcat.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too
All right.
Here
we go.
Yeah, flip the coin. Looks like Tony won the break. That's a big deal, especially in this long race. If it goes real close like it did last time. Last time was 22-24 in Shane's favor. Never got to the Hill match, but it was certainly possible. So if it happens to come down to that, it'll be very important. Guys, I'm Stephen Wyatt with Omega TV. I've got Josh Roberts, the Beast, Josh Roberts, in here doing commentary. You ready to get this thing rolling, Josh?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Josh. So we had a small issue. We are without an overhead or a stat camera, but I'll do the best I can to help you out with anything that I see.
We have the 2 pocket angles?
No, we don't.
We don't.
Nope. I do have another camera. You'll see it here in a few minutes. But we are rocking and rolling. I'm going to let Josh talk all the shots and strategies, and I'm going to be here in the background. Josh, if you need anything, let me know, brother.
Yes, sir. All right. So he's just looking to bank that 13 on his side, create a little bit of offense for himself, and I think maybe leave the cue ball right there on top of the pile, on top of that 14, I would say. The strike ball right there that's sitting next to him. He doesn't want to go forward here because the 5 is makeable. Now he's looking like he's maybe considering the double up, but I think that's a mistake. I think he has to stay on top of the pile and just freeze the cue ball and take what he gets and just get the 13 over there. Now he looks like he can actually shoot at the bottom, the side of the 10 and get behind it. Well, he looks like he is looking to be greedy and shoot the 13 into the back of the 5 and clear them both. Now that could be doable, but it's aggressive and you could make a mistake with that. I think the best, safest shot is the one I chose first. Just banking the 13 to your side with some stop shot English. Stay on top of that 14. That'll cut him off from everything that's makeable. Here's the windup. Maybe trying to remove this 5. Thinking about it. The only reason I don't like going up the table is because you still kind of leave Tony a shot and you're daring him to shoot. And he does have enough firepower where if you were to leave him a shot, he could make the most of it. So he has to be real careful about where he leaves that cue ball. All right, so shooting at the 7 instead now and trying to double him up the table. Now, he left Tony. It looks like the 2 ball still goes. So he just kept him off of shooting the ball closest to his hole, which is the 5. But the 2 still goes. And Tony may shoot it because not many balls for Shane to go to. He'd have to do quite a bit of opening to get stuff going. Now, Tony could actually take that 7 out if he wanted to, but he's going for it. All right, he missed it, hung it in the hole. He left Shane a look at the ball he just hung, so Shane will be able to get out of this. Yeah, I don't see anything offensive that he can shoot and still be safe. He has to just give him the 2 ball And I would say stay in the pocket because it'd be very hard for Tony to give the ball up from that position. And he may have corner hooked him where he can't even shoot at the balls that are right outside of the pocket. Ideally, he'd like to be able to hit the 12 and pocket the 7, or maybe even the side rail in the back of the 4 and leave the 7 there. And that's what he did. Nice defensive shot by Tony. Okay. If he can see the 8, then he'll just move it softly. He won't be able to do anything special. And that's what he's done. He's just moved it softly. I wonder if Tony can do the same thing he just did with the 12. Just shoot it up the table with some left spin and side rail and back to the bottom of the 4. Let's see Tony at the table. Maybe he's okay. He's still looking at it and seeing what's what. Yeah, this is nothing easy here. Now he could maybe move the. He's probably looking at moving the 4, like shooting it into the 7 and seeing how he could clear it, which is doesn't sit that great. Yeah, it doesn't look like it sits that great to take the 7 out and get the cue ball out of there. I wonder if he could do it with a 6 and use the pile to hold the cue ball. You know. And that's what he's done. That's what he's done. I'm not sure if he left a shot on the 8. I think Shane can probably see it, but I don't think it passes the 4. I guess he couldn't really see enough of it to do anything with. Now, Tony could actually bank this 4 into the bottom of the 8-5, and he'll have to overcut it a bit to do that, which should maybe get up behind the pile. Now he could thin the 8 and possibly get on the pile that way, but he has to be careful of that 15 ball. Just be very careful of that 15 off the 1 there in the pile. Okay, well, not anymore. And Shane will have an easy shot to come off the 4 and spin to the 8. He's looking like he wants to shoot the 12, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, the 8 ball goes from up the table, so that's not a good option, I don't think. Now, he could possibly bank the 11. If the 5 doesn't pass the 8, he could possibly bank the 11. Only way I see him shooting at this ball comfortably is if he's going to draw here. Okay. He picked the shot that I said the first time. I just move the 4, spin behind the 8-5. Nice shot. He protected the 4. Now Tony will have to come up with a little something here. Yeah, he may have to just give up position here to not take a foul. Could just thin the 8 and get the cue ball on the bottom rail where the 5 doesn't go. Oh, he's going to play aggressively and try to bank at this 5 ball. And he'll be drawing this ball. He might even get above the 8. He might stun above it and just play for the 8 right there. I mean, the 5 certainly goes. He's just, I mean, if you shoot that, then you're giving up position if it doesn't go. So he's going to try to thin the 8, get on the pile here. And he hits it beautifully to go 2 rails on the back of the pile. All right, so Shane is still looking at that 12 ball as if he likes the way it looks. Now, I don't know if he can go back and forth with the cue ball and get back across, but now the 8's gone, so the 5 goes. 7's definitely available. 10-8 looks pretty good from up the table. So Tony would have a lot of options, in other words. Yeah, I can't say I really like what he did. I kind of liked the idea of protecting the 2 ball. You know, like thinning the 2 ball toward the towards the 12 and going 1 rail back over to his side. So now Tony will be able to remove the 4. If I'm him, there's not really a good shot here that I see. So I'm going to bank the 4 into the back of the 12, try to clear them both, and maybe draw towards the pile with the cue ball if that's possible. Okay, so he's going forward to move the 12. But he's left the bank on the 12 very, very close to it. I'm sure Shane will take a good look at that. He may even be able to bank this and draw it back down onto the pile or even to the side rail and back below the 5. So it's all in what he wants to do. He may even shoot this and try to play position. He's not in a trap. He doesn't have to shoot this. He can certainly play safe without shooting this. But he's going for it, so I think he's going to draw to the pile or to the side rail and below the pile. Okay, there's side rail below the pile. All right, I expect Tony to bank this 12 into the stack and send all the balls his way and go up the table. Now, he does have to be careful of the 1. See the 1, it's connected to the side of the 9, so if he were to hit the ball above the 1, the 1 may go off the 9 and sell out, go towards Shane's side. Okay, so he didn't shoot it. He just banked at the 12, and he hit it very well. He hung it, but not well enough. Shane will be able to give him this ball. So Tony will have a second ball made now, both of them given to him by Shane. I don't think he can make it with the 5. That's risky. I think he just needs to go rail first and pocket the ball. So you're not controlling 2 balls, because this looks like he can barely cut the 5 to get it out of the way. So that's not a good shot to shoot. Okay. So he went rail first. Now Tony ideally would like to be able to get up past those balls and get on the left upper corner of the table. Maybe shooting a 13 and going forward 2 rails with 13 and go forward, follow it down there. That looks like about the only option to get to that upper left side of the table, and maybe not move the 5. He may have left a shot on this 5 ball here. If he can bank the 5, he can shoot the 3 next and go into the pile, opening more balls with the cue ball. So if he makes this 5, Tony could be in a little trouble. Oh, okay. He couldn't shoot at it, I guess. He couldn't see the 5, so he just nicked the ball off the pile. Without the extra camera angles, a little bit tougher to see what the players see, so I won't be able to call every shot perfectly, but we'll do what we can.
The good news, Josh, is we'll have our overhead available tomorrow. We just had a small issue with the overhead camera and had to order a replacement overnight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be back to having that stack cam that tells all the stories about the balls sitting in that stack, so that's always a good thing.
Okay. All right, sounds good. So Tony just kicked at the 4, thinned it, and got the cue ball out to the other side. I guess he didn't like the shot that I called earlier. Well, he didn't have that one. He shot a different shot. So he's looking to just thin this 11 and go behind the 5. Ooh. He went in front of the 5. I thought he nicked it right there, honestly. I thought he messed up a little bit. All right, so can Tony 2-rail this 15 and stay near the pile? Okay, maybe not stay near the pile. Oh, look at this ball come out. Yeah, that was a little bit unlucky for Tony to hit that ball just like that, but Shane has to hit this thick. He really doesn't have anything good for offense, you know. Not that I see. Is he looking at shooting the 3 off the 1? Or maybe the cue ball off the 9 and bank the 1 and go forward? It's a lot of moving parts if he's looking to do anything like that in the stack. He just has to be real careful. I mean, you're talking about a guy that runs out all the time. This is what he's looking to do, so. In my opinion, I think this is the part where Tony needs to have good patience. And I think that means not shooting at everything or trying to create a shot off of everything that he does. That means just being comfortable pushing the balls out of play if you have to. You know? Is he banking at this 5 and just going to stun over? He is. Well, I think he got away with that, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I don't think he can bank at this ball. It looks like it's just a little bit too low where it's tough to get the cue ball out of the way. Yeah, I don't like it. Alright, so he just got it out of there, put him on the stack, kept it simple. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, so I think the balls are going to start going up the table from here. I don't think he has anything that he can really do that's good where he can try to create shots. I see elevation here. That means speed. Is he shooting a 3 off the 7? With the 3 off the 8. Alright, so he should be just crossing the 5 back toward the pile and going up past the side there. That's what I like. Okay, he's staying low. He's staying low on it. Alright, so we'll be seeing the balls go out and up from here. Looking at the position, most of those will be removed unless somebody gets a shot where they can play safe as well. Most of these will get knocked up the table before any offense is played. So bottom of the 1, shoot it into the 9 or the 11, either one's fine. Yep, up the table they go. Now this 7 ball might be available, and if it is, he could bank it and have a shot at the 9 next if he makes it. So he could take a look at that, but Shane has to be just as careful with Tony as Tony has to be with him, because both are dangerous players, and Tony can certainly make something out of nothing almost. So up the table they go, trying to get them all in up the table where you can start shooting at stuff. Yeah, I don't think Tony can shoot this. He's got to shoot the 9 up into the balls, go to the side rail and back down. Okay, so Shane is looking at maybe trying to bank at the 5, but it's not worth it to shoot at it. Nothing's down here anymore, so just get it up the table. All right, and now is where it's going to start getting a little funny. He's very far away from the ball. It's not very easy to play safe. Now, it looks like he could come off the side of the 8 and go 2 rails around the pile to the 3rd rail where Tony is and back down to the bottom rail to get the cue ball back down here with a good hit. I don't really see much else to use to get down here. So coming off the 8 around the balls. Oh no, he tried to make a shot out of it, and he hit it a little bit weak. He hit it a little bit weak. So, yeah, all the way out of play, he went on and shot at something, which is not surprising. Tony is known for figuring out shots where there isn't any. All right, so he's not doing that. He's just going to move the 4 ball, bank it up the table on his side, down to the bottom rail. Just like that. Okay. So Tony will be 2 railing this towards his side, or either crossing it towards the 1 and going down the table and back down here. And that's what he's done. Careful of the scratch here. All right, good shot by Tony. Great speed. Look at that speed. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that is a huge shot, being able to freeze the cue ball on the rail. You know, nearest ball 6 feet away. Very hard to shoot this with control. Shane's going to just cut it to the right and come 2 rails back down. And that's what he's done. And nothing has really opened up for Tony as far as the banking yet. I don't see anything good happening. He's got to keep playing safe. Now, how do you play safe on this one? You don't want to leave him below the balls. You'd like to be able to get back down here. He may have to cut the 15 towards the corner with the balls cluttered, or the 11, and come back down here like Shane did 2 rails. Uh-oh, that was an accident. That was an accident. He was not trying to do that. He may have gotten away with it, though. It looks like anything that was wide open is now covered. I wonder how close that combo is to lined up. You know, because if it's close enough, he will shoot it.
I can tell you right now, Josh, just from the angle that Shane's at, it has a chance to go, absolutely. I don't know if the risk is worth it. You tell me. If it's set to go, you know, what's his plan for the cue ball?
He's going to kill it right there for the 15.
Okay. Then we may see him do that, because it's pretty close. Just like that.
Okay, he was able to play safe with it. I thought he had to cut that 4 ball a little bit to make the ball, but he didn't have to. So he can actually shoot this 15 and play shape cue ball under those balls, the 7, 4, 9 area. He can go under that and be safe. I don't think he can get back to where he is right now off the 15. That would be really tough. But he did earn that 1 ball. I think what he's looking at is shooting the 8 off the side of the 1 and getting them both to go towards the hole here. Now he has to be real careful not to fill out that strike ball that's just below the 1. But I think he's shooting the 8 off the side of the 1, trying to get them both to go toward the hole. So the point stopped one of them from going towards the hole. And the way Tony walked up to that shot, I was about to say he may have a bank on that 4 ball. Looks a little uncomfortable being bridged over balls, but this could be a little tough here. Very hard to just move the 8. Being elevated like that, it's easy to overcut it on one side or the other. Is he considering the 10 ball? I don't know if he could shoot the combo, maybe. I think he might have to just play safety here. Like, I don't see much else he could really do. Shane's got him in a pretty good spot. You almost have to shoot just to get out of this. Looks like he could thin the 4 ball and go to the side railing behind the 8 to me. Like the 4 ball that's just above the 7. Now, it would leave Shane a shot on the 1. Okay, he's taking this combo instead. Sweat the cue ball. That was very Efren-like. Protected the 1 he got in play. And Shane may have to do something real simple with the 8 and just like nick it and get a rail here. This is not good for Shane, that's for sure. He's looking at taking a kick, a soft kick on the top of those balls that's in the corner and leaving Tony elevated, like tough shot elevated, which is not a bad shot. He's just checking to see if anything's froze up there, I believe. It's a nice shot by Shane, left him directly on top of the ball. Now Tony, if he could hit this anywhere close to accurate, he could bank that 11 in the middle of the table towards his side, and go right back to the area he's at with the cue ball. Is he just nicking the 3 and getting behind the 8 here? Oh no, he took a soft kick. Okay, so Shane has a clear shot at the ball that Tony put on his side. He'd like to be able to move it and get back up to those balls. So, really thick hit just before the side with the cue ball. I don't think he can get past the side with a regular hit. He'd have to draw it. Okay. He put him down below the balls. Almost. He didn't quite get him there. May even have left Tony across, or at least a takeout shot with the 10. A little hard to control that cue ball with the cross bank. He'd have to actually hit the 1 to not leave a shot. He can 2-rail the 10 ball out, but he just leaves a bank on the 1 if he does that. I don't think he has a shot at the 8 either. Now, I wonder if he can kick the 10 towards his side rather than cross it, and maybe create a threat where Shane can't shoot at the 1. Oh, he found another shot. I like that even better. He's 2-rail the 7, stick him on the 4. Just looking at if the 4 goes or not, but I definitely like that shot if it will get past the 11 and the 1. I wonder if Tony could bank that 9 with some inside English, overcut it just to miss the 5, and let the inside spread it out. Uh-oh. Well, that was close. He took the kick, got it out. Didn't exactly create a threat with the 10, so Shane may take a bank at this 1. It actually looks really good. Cue ball control could be a little funny on it. Now he could bank the 10 at the 8 and try to go up the table in that corner. But where the cue ball is a little bit harder to do. It's near the rail. You have to elevate slightly to get it up there. And if you just shoot it with a flat stroke, then you're not protecting where you could leave an easy return. All right, so he went ahead and took the risk, and he may have left Tony a cross bank. If he didn't leave it, then he just barely got out of it. Okay, so he didn't leave it. He's clearing it with the 8. Well, that certainly feels a little safer without those balls there, I'm sure, for Tony. All right, now watch out one ball. He's going to go ahead and bank this and maybe even put him below that 7-8 with a cue ball. Okay, he hit it way thick. He's going to leave Tony a shot here. And that does come with a little bit of risk. Now, he could go forward with this and possibly get down near that piece of chalk on the left rail to cut the one. If he elevates, then, well, actually, I'm not sure that he can get there. I'm not sure he can get it down that far. Got it. So he hit that ball really good. He got it so good on the bottom rail that he cannot bank this ball. I think he's a little bit low on it to bank it. A little tough. Is he shooting at it anyways? He's going to bank at it anyways. All right, so Tony's slow grinding. Not willing to give Shane a shot doing anything. And I think this is the style that he has to play if he wants to have a chance to win. He cannot just go wild man and shoot at Shane, because that will come back to bite him if everything is not working perfectly. Now, I wonder, could he kick the one back toward the balls and just leave the 11 ball out in the middle of the table? All right, so I like the conservative. Obviously, Tony moved them both. I stepped away for just a second to talk, so I didn't see the shot, but he obviously moved them both. I like the way he's playing. This is going to make Shane a little bit desperate for shots. If he's not getting any, he will try to create them. And I think that is the recipe for creating mistakes on your opponent's side.
Yeah, and this, sorry to interrupt, but this style of play from Tony is what can and will help him win this match. Guys, if you haven't got your pay-per-view pass already, the free preview goes away after this game is over. And balls are starting to come into play. Things are getting put in front of people's holes, so your time is limited on the free preview. If you want to watch the rest of this match, listen to incredible commentary by Josh the Beast Roberts, and see who takes down the rematch of Shane versus Tony, make sure you go to OmegaBilliards.com, get your pay-per-view pass. 3 days of high-powered one pocket. Josh.
Yes, sir.
This looks like it's going to be a different Tony than what played last time. Would you agree?
I would say that he's definitely implemented a little bit of a different strategy this time, and not just trying to outshoot Shane, which I think was definitely a mistake on his part. So Tony is just gonna either shooting at the 11 or the ball in the spot, and he's just gonna play a safety here. All right, so while we're at a little slow part in the game, I'm going to go ahead and grab my coffee, and I'll be right back. Steven?
Absolutely. Once again, guys, OmegaBilliards.com is where you can get your pay-per-view pass. The free preview does go off after this game. This may be a long game. The next 7 might be really short. Who knows? The next 7 might be 3 hours apiece. I hope not, because that's a lot of time. But there's still a lot of pool, a lot of one pocket to be played. SVB, the South Dakota Kid versus T-Rex. Oh, held up. That's an interesting play there.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
All right, I'm back with you, Steven. And balls are starting to get in play here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see somebody start taking a stab at something soon, and Shane actually pushed balls back out of play. But I think something's gonna really happen in the next probably 7, 8 shots.
I wonder if he has a long rail bank on that 10 ball. Well, see, I like the way Tony's playing. I don't think he should shoot at anything unless Shane gives him something to shoot at. You know, I think trying to create is where he made his mistakes before. You know, there's nothing wrong with creating, but you don't need to really try to do too much of that if you have the lead. You need to let your opponent do the creating when you have the lead, and you just be conservative. You know, I ain't saying never shoot, but you don't want to try to create and give your opponent openings where he wouldn't have them otherwise.
Yeah, it's the mindset of if you're playing chess and you have the major advantage, you just keep moving pieces around until your opponent makes a big mistake going for something.
Right.
It's all a chess match, and right now Tony has the advantage.
I like him just rolling on that 4 ball in the upper left. Just roll it and let the cue ball lay where it wants to. Maybe even pocket it. Okay, he's doing something different. I don't know what he's looking at. Okay. All right. Well, that works. He didn't leave anything. Yeah, he didn't leave anything, so he's okay. I think he's trying to see if whether that 9 ball will go around the 6, but even if it would, that would be pointless. I mean, because you're leaving the 6 there. So he has to move the 6. The question is whether he wants to try to do something aggressively with it, like cutting it, or just 2-rail it back up the table on his side. And he has to be very careful about that because there is a ball right there that banks for Tony. So he has to be very careful about where he leaves the cue ball. Yeah, I don't think he's supposed to shoot at anything here. Okay, he's not. He's just thinning the 9 and coming down the table. That will make it a little bit harder to shoot at any banks. He left the 6 ball there in the way to aid with that, so I like his shot choice there. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I think he's banking at this one, and he's just going to try to check the cue ball up a little bit and go back towards the balls like that. And he banked it straight in. Wow, what a shot for Tony. Beautiful shot. That definitely deserves a spot on the highlight reel, Steven. And he's got a shot on this 6. And successful with that as well, right in the heart of the pocket. And he may have a bank at this 10 ball. Looks like he can shoot it right in between the gap with a lot of inside English and tighten it up here. And bank that ball as well. And he did. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Another one for the reel. Nice shot there. That was difficult. All right, so I think here's where the aggression should stop. I mean, he can use those balls to hold the speed of the cue ball, but I don't like it. I think you're way ahead on the ball count. Now, squeeze him. Squeeze him, squeeze him. So I think maybe thinning the 4. He's going for it. He's going to try something here. He's going for it. All right, well, he successfully got it down there, keeping the pressure on Shane. And Shane is definitely in a lot of trouble this game with virtually no balls in play and him only having 1 ball on the count. Definitely tough to deal with. And that 13 banks as well, the one that was next to the one he just banked. So, yeah, he's going to have a long rail bank if Shane just moves this ball. Yeah, I don't know what he's looking at right now. I don't know what he's looking at. Okay. Now he's come back down to earth. That's more like it. That's a shot we understand, moving the one close to the hole. Oh, he double kissed it and left Tony a shot, and he's going to have a shot to just go ahead and steal the rest of this game. I would pull this cue ball back up to half table just in between the side pockets and bank at that 13. Now the 5's available as well. Okay, and that's what he did. He got under the 5 instead. Beautiful shot by Tony. And he's going to steal this. Well, I ain't going to say steal this game because he's been in control of it the whole time. But that was a beautiful shot by Tony to get under the 5.
Well, and just like that, guys, we have our first game on the board. Tony Chohan takes down game number 1. Guys, that's it for the free preview, for the free live preview. If you're watching for free on Facebook, let's see how many people are watching right now. We got almost 900 people watching for free. Guys, you don't want to miss what's about to happen. 3 days of high-powered one pocket coming at you from Griff's in Las Vegas, brought to you only by OmegaTV. I hate to do it in the middle of a break shot, but this is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching the free preview. Go get your pay-per-view pass on OmegaBilliards.com. That's where you'll see the rest of this as Shane scratches on the break. Here we go.